Well, hello friends, hello everyone. Hope everyone had a good holidays and Merry Christmas. This is today is pretty much the last wash of 2024. Just want to make this into more like a wash and talk, but I will try something I have not tried, and we are going to be using something I haven't tried, even though I've gotten the product for like a long time now. At this point, it's been a while. It's been about like a good probably at most 4 months. I think I got it in August, so you can do the math from there. Anyway, let me go get the cart. This will be like not edited, so it's one of those videos. Alright, so I'm gonna bring out the cart now. There we go, right there. Put it to the side. So, all right. My setup has definitely gotten more refined over time, right? As I delve deeper into the rabbit hole, right? It's been quite the journey thus far. All right, so let me see. All right, you're gonna hear some noises and stuff. Let me see. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and unwind the hose for the pressure washer today. All right. Go ahead and let me. Oh. Move the cart a little more. So everything's like off to the side, rather than the other location I used to do for most of my hose stuff, which used to be more over there. Now I have it more over here, which is a lot easier in the long run. Let me see if that's enough hose. Alright. That should be enough. Alright. Alright, so let me see. Where is the thing for today? Alright, for today we will have the Bilt Hamber Touchless right here, version 2 finally. Or I guess technically version 3, for those who don't, if you know, you know, basically. Alright, and let me get everything else set. So let's get the bucket wash going. I should have gotten the bucket wash first, because of a certain device. Alright, I'm bringing the bucket over here. And as you can kind of tell, I had the bucket with the this little setup right here with the PVC pipe. I made myself a little makeshift pull handle for the wash bucket that I got the idea from Devil in the Details, Franco, and basically I implemented that via PVC piping. Alright, so let me go ahead and fill up the hose, or before I do that, let me go check. Okay, let me turn on the light up for over here. At the moment, it is 5 o'clock, so it is still dark-ish, but it is getting a little lighter day by day. And that's kind of how it works for the winter, right? We're past the winter solstice, you know. Where is that device that I was referring? Oh shoot, I've got one thing. It's like a little cable or a USB cable. I guess it's over there in the garage. It's right. Though slightly different because the camera always slows things down quite a bit. And yeah. Let me see. I didn't even realize this towel is wet. This towel is still wet from before. Okay. I mean, obviously there's going to be cuts for like parts that, you know, that are completely silent, but yeah, not completely flawless by any means. It's just want to make this into a wash and talk just because, yeah, you know, I just wanted to, you know, just bring up some stuff here and there as it is the end of 2024 and all that fun stuff. I would have had the face cam today or the head cam, but I figured it'd still be like too dark for the GoPro, and I don't know, wouldn't be worth it for today. Maybe in somewhere in January I'll bust it out again. But yeah, I'll give myself some like lighting for the next winter with some like work lights, and that should be pretty adequate for the amount of time I do for washing in the winter. I did learn how to use a security light as a means to light up my day, or excuse me, the little daylight I have during my wash. But anyway, let me go ahead and pour this into the wash bucket. Yeah, the GoPro that I have at least is the GoPro 9, older model. Doesn't do typically great in lower lighting. So I don't know, I just thought it just wasn't worth the extra time to try to get it all ready and stuff for this time. Just my 2 cents on that. Okay, so let me go ahead and throw the device in question, which is basically this I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll go ahead and unplug it first. Is this a water heater right here? I'm going to use this for my bucket wash. Alright, so that'll take a bit to warm up, but it should be enough time after we do all the pressure washing and all that fun stuff. Alright, so in case you guys are really curious of how dirty the car is, let me go ahead and give you guys the sort of walk around. Let me go ahead, give you guys a spin. So yeah, this is the Prius. The Prius gets really dirty. Kind of tell right there. Yup. the roof especially. Yes, sir. Right. Kind of get a good idea how things, or how dirty it can get just with what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of just time. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's out of the way now. We can go ahead and set up our foam cannon. There was a time where I did not use the foam cannon for a good while. And that was because of how my setup was in the past. So it just made it like a hassle to pull out the pressure washer and then pull out the cannon and then pull out the hose for the pressure washer and everything. So after coming up with a setup with the pressure washer reel and everything, it just made things a lot easier. So you can see that's my foam cannon that I've been using in the past. Here's the Griots $60 one. I forget what it was called, but it's not the Boss one, but this is pretty much the next best thing for the value. Okay, let's go ahead and just pour it in with the okay, that should be about the right amount. All right, and then so let's go ahead and let's see how this bad boy performs with 4 ounces. I believe that's the right dilution for this particular specific one. The tape is off. The tape is finally off. So apparently with this Bilt Hamber soap or pre-wash, you're supposed to go by the impact ratio instead of the usual. I should probably shake it, huh? Just in case. Okay. So instead of the usual dilution ratio, you're supposed to do it with the impact or panel impact ratio. But basically it's supposed to be like what, 2% or something, which boils down to 4 ounces for about 1,000 milliliters or 30 ounces of water in the foam cannon. Smell is whatever. There's no particular scent to it. It just smells like chemical. For this one, that's fine. Alright, I'm pouring it in. Let's get the rest of that a little bit. Alright, that should be plenty. And then put that bad boy, put that bad boy into here. Okay, let's swirl around a little bit, mix it around. Okay. Make sure it's on tight enough. Okay. All right, the water is starting to get nice and warm. Don't want to get too hot because the temperature difference, right? If it's too drastic, something horrible can definitely happen. So let me go ahead and turn that off now. As long as it's kind of like lukewarm, I'm fine with that. Having a bucket wash that's not just ice cold or just really cold is such a game changer for me anyway. Unfortunately, the security light that I do use to light up the video does not turn on until there's like no light or the sun is like down enough. So we're just gonna have to foam with the available lighting we have at hand. So sorry about that. It's like that odd timing, right? Which kind of sucks about using a security light as a means to light up your video. All right. Oh yeah. So let me go ahead. Make sure all the water is purged out of the pressure washer. Okay, now I can do this. Oh. Let me find my switch for. Okay, there you are. That's what happened. Gotta find my rocker switch for the pressure washer. Ah, yes. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Aha, charged really fast. All right. Let me see if the security light turns on now. No, it does not. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Hey, we got light. All right. So nice. It's all part of the plan, guys. Totally part of the plan. I stalled just long enough so that the security light can be activated manually. All right. So here we go. We got the foam cannon all set up with the Bilt Hamber. Let's see. This is my first experience. Yes. The thickness definitely was something to behold with 4 ounces. We have a little bit left right here. And we're just about out, so that's perfect. All right. Oh, there's some traffic film going down. Let me try and see if I can get you guys a shot. It's like they say, the money shot, right? You see that line right there? That's all film. It's coming down. That's pretty cool. It's like it has that media effect, and it's really going in on that traffic film. This car gets really traffic filmy. That's what I come to realize. So that's really, really awesome. That I can see the effectiveness already with the Bilt Hamber, and you can kind of definitely see all the crap that's running down as well. The foam itself is like a nice between the thick foam and that sloshy, runny foam. I do like that at 4 ounces, and I don't use this too often anyway. I bust this out like whenever the situation calls for it, and it definitely does call for it for today. So yeah, pretty nice. I think that's just the shadow, but nonetheless, it is attacking all that crap accumulated off the car. So we're gonna have this run and dwell as long as we can. You can see the Cerakote fighting the soap, so we can definitely see that it's still present after almost half a year, I think, if not. Yeah, if not half a year. Okay, so yeah, it's dark on this side, unfortunately, but oh, look at that. Is that okay, that's just a piece of branch or something that's probably on the driveway, but anyway, or from the driveway. Yeah, there's just crap just coming down. It's really cool to see, unlike a number of soaps that I've used for, that have like that pH neutral characteristic. Bilt Hamber definitely brings it. It brings the hammer down for sure. Yeah, can't see the back unfortunately too much. Let me try and see if I can take you guys a little closer with the light. It's a little hand light I got with the magnet. A little of that foam action. There is that film on top. We won't catch it on camera, but I can definitely see it. It's like this slight film. Oh, there's a bit of that brownness right there. That's from the wheel. So it is cleaning up the wheel for sure, in that touchless nature. Oh, there is a bit of a branch right there. So yeah, definitely parked under a tree for sure, somewhere. It is after the holidays, so my sister, who drives this car, she definitely did go out more during the holiday dinner stuff than myself, because I was working. So she definitely went to like different areas, so that definitely kind of should tell you and provide you some sort of preface that there is a bunch of stuff on here, or was. Alright, I think it went on long enough. Let's go ahead and yeah, pretty much most of the soap is gone now, so let's go ahead and get that back into order. Very good though. I'd like to see stuff like that. It's very satisfying. Alright, hopefully you guys don't hear too much noise because I have the mic set up closer to my beanie than usual. I'm gonna turn on my headlamp and let's get the nozzle, the pressure washer. Alright, let's go ahead and rinse this bad boy off. Well, let me see. Oh yeah, the bird poo blasted off real easy. Took it a little longer than usual because I didn't get myself hosed. Let me see. Alright, you should be done with that. So you can go ahead and turn off the pressure washer. Oh yeah, I also got this spray nozzle right here. It's kind of cool that I saw in the video. So just kind of wanted to test it real quick. Oh, we have a Miata going. Hold on. Alright, anyway, sorry about that. So what you're supposed to do is turn off the pressure washer, and when you have this on, what it does, it'll like have some sort of like shower nozzle effect, and you can kind of use this to like help rinse off. If you want to just use the pressure washer real quick to, I don't know, have like a gentle spray or something. Kind of cool, kind of neat. There's always something about this roof that the coating does not work for some reason. It's just like really flat on one side, and then the other side works okay. I don't know if you can kind of see. Oh, never mind. It won't catch it on camera. Just something about the roof. Here, I'll take you guys closer. You see this entire roof, this entire side? It's just that's all water. See, you see that? And then this whole side right here is just flat. This side looks okay, right? But then as you go back, it's more floody. It is possible though. I should do the contact wash and then we can definitely see what's going on. But that is a weird characteristic, isn't it? Because there's like only one side that's not so much flooded, or one little section that's not flooded. All right, it's time to bust out that old friend. The keg. I haven't used this in a bit here, so let me go ahead and shake up whatever is in here, which should be DIY rinseless, DIY detail rinseless. And then I wanted to try this one in a long time. Now check this out. This is a little spray nozzle wand thing I made for myself. It's just made out of like just some random parts, including this little long extended connector right here. There's a quick connect, the air hose, and this is a air hose sort of blowgun. And you can press it with your thumb. A thread converter or reducer, or rather converter, I guess you could say. Air hose quick connect from Flexzilla. Another quick connect right there, and then the little angled elbow right here, and then the spray nozzle right at the end. So kind of like a Frankenstein kind of thing. Wanted to try it out for a long time, but didn't get a chance until now, I guess you could say. So we'll get that going in a bit. We'll get it pumped first. Put this pressure washer's hose to the side. Let's get this pumped up. All right, she's just about pumped. Okay. Go ahead and get this baby going. Yeah, these hoses, it's like the idea is there, but they kind of get tangled quite easily because the coil it's like a feature but also a detriment. All right. Wow, it is quite the white spray. Okay. It's a really white spray, maybe a little too white for my taste. It's supposed to be a 40 degree, I think. It actually expends quite a bit of product. Okay. And our bucket is still warm, pretty nice. Okay, so let me see here what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and use that DIY detail. Let's move the keg out of the way. I think we are just about empty with the keg. I think it had about at most 3 gallons. And this is about 4 gallons in the bucket, so 2. All right. All right, just about. Okay. Ah, yes, the feeling of warm water is very nice. Okay. Start with the glass, I guess. I think a tip I can offer to you guys, if you're going to do a rinseless and use no water to rinse off in that case, is to save the back for last, because the back is usually the dirtiest part of the car, right? And if you're so worried about, like, you know, getting the bucket all nice and contaminated, and worry about, like, you know, introducing any possible swirl marks or marring via rinseless wash, then save the back for last. That way, when you're done with the back, you're not cleaning the car anymore. You're done. If you think about that, right? And that's if you're, you know, worried about that. But when you have a good rinse with the hose and everything, then that's up in the air more, because you already blasted off all that heavy loose grit. Which is really kind of like the beauty of it, you know? But man, I really like rinseless washing still. It's just really nice. Oh yeah, before I go further, let me take you guys at least in the back and everything else, everywhere else, I guess. So this is what it looks like after the Bilt Hamber Touchless, right? Definitely got off all that crap right there. You kind of see this is a permanent mark, so don't worry about that. Yeah, a little tiny bit of burnt poo left. I got all that stuff off. That's the roof I'm telling you guys about. The front though, very clean. Absolutely clean, like a whistle. That's why you have the contact wash, to really make sure you don't have any film or anything left, which is why it's just nice to do. Okay, let's do this part one more time. Yeah, the water is the bucket wash is just warm enough to where it's like nice on the hands, but not so much harsh on the car, because of the possibility of a thermal shock. And for those who don't know, if you take a really hot water to a really cold car, especially when you have snow on your car, that glass will definitely shatter into pieces, and you'll not have a fun day. And unfortunately, there are some people who just don't know that still. Oh yeah, there's one more little emblem right here. So yeah, remember to save the back for last. I mean, I guess you could just save the back for last no matter what. Just ensure a safe rinseless washing no matter what, I guess. I've been using this Nemesis sponge from Detail Co. or House of Rags, and I think it's been serving me pretty well. It definitely is a good sponge for like demonstration purposes because it's a lighter color and you definitely can see like the dirt and stuff. But because it is lighter colored, it will get stains that will be easily noticeable. That's just kind of the trade-off there. If anyone knows how to clean off those stains off the sponge, the rinseless sponge, I'm all ears. Man, boy, do I like the smell of DIY detail in the evening. Oh man, still before 6. Jeez. (2024) definitely had its ups and downs. I think the worst part probably was at work, and that's definitely a good thing. Don't want that stuff to happen at home or anywhere else, I guess. But if something had to have had happen, then at work. Earlier on, before the holiday rush, we were getting a flood of like new people. But man, some of those new people, luckily it was like what, 2 or something, was a little hard to work with. Alright, sorry about that. My neighbor and my sister are talking, so. But what I was trying to say is, there are 2 people, luckily, out of the bunch that were very, how do I put there are 2 people that were kind of difficult to work with. They just weren't fit for the job, so that's just kind of what it was. One of them quit, so I guess it kind of worked out for both parties. And sometimes, you know, there are people that just don't get it. They can't like comprehend the stuff that happens at specific jobs. It just means they're not fit for it, and they need to look for something else. Whether because it'd be like, you know, attention span or ADHD or something in their outside of work just getting in their way or something. That's just kind of how things go, you know, things in life. It's just not so perfect. Everything's not so perfect. Just like, you know, people's car washing techniques. And that's just kind of how it goes. Similar principle applies. Therefore, it's not for them. It happens. Not everyone's good at every little thing. And that's fine, because that's what makes them different. Different people are okay, right? It's really a matter of how you go about things, and that's really what separates you from everyone else. As long as you have common sense. That person just cannot understand and realize, you know, they are the problem or they are the cause of the situation, and they just refuse to back down, and you just can't do much about it. You just have to like kind of circumvent it, work around it, get around it, just like you have the right tool for the right job, right? Oh wow, there's some spotty going on, something spotty going on the roof. So I think it's just naturally the roof just naturally gets crushed wherever she goes. But thankfully, that lasted about a week at most. It definitely could have gone worse. I had to at some de-escalate the situation. That was my first time ever having to do that, and man, it was something. But we got through it, and I did diffuse the situation one way or the other. But man, and some people like to talk about it, and I'm just like, oh god, that story again. Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? And yeah, name that person, but I mean, I wish them well. But sometimes it's a case of just two butting heads, and it's just nothing but swollen bruises on the heads every time. So that is pretty much the gist of that. Alright, now I'm drying the car off with the big old goat from House of Rags. This is definitely one big piece of rag that I've been really liking. But it is a big towel, so it is harder to handle. But it is definitely suitable for bigger cars. The Prius is surprisingly bigger than my Corolla and the Mini Countryman. The Countryman is supposed to be bigger too, in comparison to all the other Minis. But man, this car is definitely the biggest of the three, which is kind of funny actually. The Corolla is actually like small in comparison, because it fits into the garage really well, and the trunk is disappointingly small. Unless you put down the seats, then it of course acts like a hatchback. That's where the real hatchbackness comes in. But starting off though, it is too small to my liking, unfortunately. There was a piece of a long thread. I don't know where this came from on my towel. I don't know if you guys can see that. It'll definitely like take out of focus or something. But there's a, here, I'll move it. There we go. See, long piece of thread off the goat. That's like completely not relevant to the towel. So this foreign little thread was just stuck on the thing for a bit. That was weird. Alright, so where was I? Towel, car, big. I guess it was just a random train of thought. 2025. What do I want to do in mind? I mean, I do want to try to see if I can go to Vegas for Evo. For those who don't know, that's a fighting game convention-ish, but it's also a fighting game tournament that's very much sought after. Think of it like a Super Bowl, but for fighting games. Especially for like Street Fighter and Tekken and a bunch of other games. It depends on like what's popular, what's been really like active and such for each community. I've been going there for about 4 years, and then COVID hit, and all my freaking sort of anxieties and all that stuff been at a all-time high. But I'm trying to see if I can suck it up for this coming year and have at it, you know, get to see my my online friends again, my gaming friends, see some old faces hopefully, and have a good time after all those years that have sort of been wasted, right, because of the COVID pandemic. Did a number on a lot of things, you know, which can't be helped. It is what it is. It's a global pandemic that nobody expected, you know. Nobody asked for it. Nobody expected it, except for maybe a couple groups of people or something. Very certain groups of people. It's just kind of how the world works nowadays, unfortunately. But as long as I can do the things I love doing, then I guess I got something to hold on to at the end of the day. It was tough. It was tough for everyone. It was tough on me, my family, especially by the end of 2020. A lot of you a lot of you don't know, but during December of 2020, my dad passed away. I didn't get to see him because of COVID. He got COVID, and I mean, his health was already kind of not on the great side, but COVID was kind of like the final straw. And I couldn't see him. So that definitely kind of like amped up my anxiety and my sort of fear, just for you know, catching COVID. I don't want to catch COVID for like, not only for myself, but like the guilt, right? I don't want to like, you know, give it to anyone else around me, you know. So yeah, I definitely like got my shots, right? My COVID vaccines. I haven't gotten one recently this year at all, but I've gotten like all the other ones, like the ones from like every 6 months or like whatever. The first shot, the boosters, I think I had 4 or 3. But you know, I just did it for myself because I felt like it. So yeah, those years were tough. And by 2023, it started to get a little better, and then and hopefully by this time when I go, I don't have to worry about it as much. And I mean, it's like kind of pointless at this time because, you know, COVID will be around for a long time, if not forever, and just something we just gotta deal with. You know, just gotta do my part if I do get it, and it should be okay from there. There were times I've gotten sick, like during the pandemic, but it wasn't COVID, luckily. It was just a cold. And nothing came out of it during those situations, right? So nothing bad happened, luckily. And man, definitely it was something, right? Like at least 3 years were wasted for sure. Though some revelations sort of came to me, and those are like a little more personal, but I think I definitely benefited that more than anything. So like the first 3 months were kind of like whatever, you know, living the sort of quarantine life wasn't like too far from what I do because I just play video games at the time. And even if I detailed then, it would have been not anything much different, I guess, other than, you know, not to do the interior, which I don't do anyway. But you know, with the other stuff that happened to it, right, what that came along with that, yeah, obviously I can, if there was one thing I can ever erase from the timeline, it definitely would be COVID. Because come on, man. Alright, I'm gonna top off the roof just because. See if that helps with anything. Hopefully I'll give some sort of protection. Oh man, that smells good. I'm using Infinity from Itelco. I like the smell. It's really good. Oops. Oh, that's essentially, there we have it. Other than the car starting to get some condensation on there, so it's a little hard to show off the car. The car, though, nonetheless is clean. And actually, I don't feel any contamination on the top. Which is kind of strange, all things considered. Well, I mean, it is the roof, so I guess that's not. It should not be surprising. Though I couldn't definitely say that, I guess, Cerakote V2, it just works okay. It's a $40 coating, so that's pretty much what it is. I guess I can take you guys for a final walk around. So you can kind of see what's going on. Take you guys to the roof. Right. Here's the back. All that fun stuff. We have a clean Prius. That's all there is to it. Alright. So, obviously this is a pretty long video. I do apologize for that if anyone's not really into those. But that's just kind of what I wanted to do, just to kind of change things up a little bit. But I've been really liking the setup overall for 2024. You can definitely see the reel, all that stuff. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and put that back. Hold on. It's hard to do with one hand. There we go. All right. Alright, so that is the sound of the end of this video. So that is pretty much where we're gonna wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a long video, but that's supposed to be sort of the point of the watch and talk for me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for more videos. I will have another video coming up relating to a portable pressure washer, hopefully that comes before this. We'll see. And I'll put the link up in the corner somewhere, or in the description, or in the comments. Anyway, speaking of the comments, leave any comments down below of how your 2024 was, and what do you look forward to 2025. I am looking forward to some products, including the pressure washer that Josh V is gonna put out. I definitely want to get my hands on that one, just because it seems like the perfect one for me. 2 GPM, 1000 PSI, 13 amps. That sounds awesome. If that can get put into the line and stuff like that. And a couple of other things. There's definitely some things to look forward to, including the Vegas trip. Hopefully that can happen in August, to be more specific. So that's my immediate goals for right now in mind. But new ones will probably come about spontaneously, just like, well, kind of what happened with 2023. Anyways, thank you very much. Hopefully you guys have a happy new year, all that fun stuff, and hope to see you all in the next year. And keep on detailing. Sean out.